September 6th, the coalition is happening as Lion Musalashi Bosto. Lagos, Alimosho, are you ready? This Saturday, September 6th, the coalition is happening as Lion Musalashi Bosto. Badibo Revival, may you be there. The man who stands with Lagos, the voice that speaks for real change. GRV, fighting for a Lagos that works for everyone. While we're building unity, we're building healthier communities. The RV Foundation is bringing a massive medical outreach right to your doorstep. Free blood pressure checks, diabetes screening, health consultations for you and your family. Register for your RV healthcare cover card and get access to ongoing medical care because your health shouldn't depend on your wallet. Looking for work? We'll connect to be on ground in real job opportunities, real connection, real pathways to a better future. This is an investment in our community. This is Lagos, taking care of Lagos. So bring your family, bring your neighbors, come for the health screening and stay for the opportunities. Join the movement for a Lagos that truly serves its people. Saturday, September 6th, Lion Field, Musalashi Posto, Ademosho. Lagos, your future starts this Saturday. Be there.
Okay, so you guys, good morning, happy Saturday. I'm sorry guys, I couldn't come out later on for our usual Friday thing yesterday. I got busy. I had other important things that I needed to take care of. So I brought this here quickly to talk about this. So for those of you that are going to be catching this replay at some point, my question really is, I hope that is this are we ready for 2027? That's a question, a sincere question, really. Are we really ready? Because here is Gbadebo Vivo Road, plan to decamp to the ADC to declare, for the coalition, ADC coalition, and there was police intimidation. All the venues that he wanted to use for that particular occasion, they kept sending police, military. In fact, they got to another venue where they sent police, DSS, everybody was there to dismantle and destabilize their intentions. Is this how we're going to do 2027? Me, I'm asking a very sincere question. Because me, I not go put my hand for waiting no go yield fruit for 2027. I refuse to be a part of it. Okay, these people, they're not interested in the rule of law. They do not care about the English that you think you know. They are not interested. You literally have thugs and criminals. I don't know. I mean, I can't give up on Nigeria, but I'm really asking a very sincere question. And for those of you that are going to be catching the replay, I want us to answer that question. Because this cannot continue. The by-election came and gone like that. Okay, granted, nobody planned for the by-election. We really didn't put our focus there. Then you now have GRV trying to decamp. All the avenues, all the locations that they intended to use, they kept mounting DSS, police, and military people there. And I wonder, the military, the police, and the rest of them that they are causing, that they are using to carry out these things, tomorrow when they are retired and they cannot get their funds, they cannot get their retirement, the same them will come out and be crying. So I really wonder, is the police, though they know what's going on, don't they see it? Are they enjoying themselves? Anyway, I know say that a rhetorical question, but I just make a break and come here. Now, let me read what Gbadebo wrote here. I will be declaring for the ADC coalition tomorrow. No amount of police intimidation, sealed venues, or harassment will stop this historic event. Lagos belongs to the people and we will not be silent. So he shows up, right? And let me play the video.
As of yesterday, we heard that the police have taken over the field, the venue. We've come and see what's going on because police are our friends and we believe that they are here to protect us and make sure that the place is safe. So no issues. We are going to go see the Commissioner of Police to discuss, using this field. We wrote a letter, so come in here, explain the process that we're going through.
We are the planning committee of the event. We wrote a letter of notification to both the area command and the one estate police station here, and it has been minuted upon and forwarded to the Commissioner of Police about 3 days ago. Up to now, we are waiting the approval, so to say. So on getting here this morning, we find out that the place has been kind of condoled off with policemen, and we were told that we need to go and see the Commissioner of Police. And as His Excellency has said, we know police, they are our friends, they are here to protect us. And it is our right to also...
Yes, it's our constitutional right to gather. We are not doing a rally, we are not doing a protest, we just want to gather as an organization. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is why we are free, that's why we are in Nigeria, that's why we are in democracy. That's why we are not under military rule. Yes. So we are going to go and see the Commissioner now. And by God's grace, we'll get a favorable response. Thank
you. Okay, so you heard that, right? Okay. Now, this is an indigene of Lagos, so that this one is happening to. Even after he did the proper thing, okay, in his own state, even after following the proper procedures, he's still, right? Hey, God, I beg. I'm wondering why he even bothered. Because Lagos is now it has been taken over by touts. Even APC, they discriminate amongst themselves in Lagos State. Now, let me read what he wrote. It is truly disappointing that the Lagos APC is abusing state institutions by sealing off the venue where the ADC was scheduled to hold a meeting tomorrow after obtaining the necessary approvals. This is not only an abuse of power, it is a clear attempt to stifle opposition voices in Lagos. We understand that the APC is jittery about the momentum the ADC and obedience is building across the state, but deploying state security agencies to frustrate lawful political activities is unacceptable and undemocratic. Lagos belongs to all of us, not a select few. Okay? And it is our constitutional right to assemble lawfully. Let it be clear that no amount of intimidation or harassment will stop us from engaging with the people of Lagos. Our movement is powered by the people, and no barricade or show of force can weaken their resolve for a better Lagos. Oh God. Anyway, there's more details on that. So anyway, they kept moving, right? They kept moving from location to location, trying to find a place where they could do the camping party. All right? But they kept stifling it. They kept, making sure that it doesn't work. All right? So now this was 10 hours ago. The APC government refused GRV and Peter Obi access to venue. GRV is officially set up to decamp to the ADC today. Peter Obi is expected to be at the event. GRV acquired and fully paid for a venue in Alimosho for the event. Plans were in top gear, and by Thursday everything was set. But since Thursday night, the government mobilized Agberos and the police to take over the venue. Then, when GRV visited the venue to request why they condoned off the area, the heavily armed police officers told him that it was an order from above and he needed to see the commissioner of police. He did. However, last night they sent the army and the DSS to join forces with the police and further militarize the area. They restricted movement and refused even the residents' passage. To cover up their evil agenda, very late last night, they sent out a circular calling for an emergency APC meeting at the same venue. This is the evil agenda the APC government is dramatizing in Alimosho currently. The aim is to ensure GRV does not hold its defection event. Hey, see, Make una see o. The entire police force in Lagos offloaded at the venue to stop GRV's defection ceremony. Look at it. See am? See am? See am? 50, this is a follow-up now. 50 sponsored thugs, right, have just attacked the second venue GRV booked to announce its defection to the ADC. The heavily armed thugs, in the presence of the police, dispersed the crowd. GRV loyalists that gathered for the event. Everywhere is chaotic right now. This is as at 6 hours ago. This is 5:32 a.m., right? Nigerian time. See, many, I can't show the pictures, they're graphic. Many of GRV supporters were attacked and wounded. Another victim wounded by state-sponsored thugs. See, this is what APC is doing. Okay? So if we know say 2027, we need to be ready for 2027. Now, war. You cannot speak English into 2027. These people have come for our lives. This one wrote, the 2027 election is looking set to potentially be the worst in the history of the country. New levels of electoral process corruption will be unlocked, the kind that has never been seen before and may never be seen again. All right? Okay. So this person says, if this is true, there'll be no campaigning, talk less of an election. We need to stop postponing the inevitable. I'm telling you. Hey, in a book venue that they show up with thugs. This is just it, nothing more. I'm 32 and this is just it. It's not like I'm not serious, but every means is crippled. Imagine finding 150k to do a cybersecurity course so I can also boast of a tech skill to start fending for myself has been a mountain to climb. See. See. Terrorist APC, look at what they are doing. Forget to see, this is GRV's personal photographer. Okay, Tracy, welcome. He was attacked, dragged into his car by the state-sponsored thugs in Alimosho. The young man is currently unconscious. Many others also attacked by the thugs are currently receiving treatment. Now, like this, we want to do election 2027. Now, question that they ask you. This is what Babatunde Gbadamosi had to say. Do you now understand my position? Anybody running for office in Nigeria that does not prepare for an actual war is wasting their time. I'm telling you, we cannot speak English our way out of this. These are, Inibehe says, these are wild animals. Some people think are interested in elections. They are showing everyone signs of things to come. The opposition is still playing games with criminal elements who are on a mission. Let me read that again. The opposition is still playing games with criminal elements who are on a mission to kill, steal, destroy, snatch, and run away with it. We cannot afford, anyway, Sha. I go just blanket now take over myself that day. I no go bother to come. I go not go even. There's no need because we cannot get a working Nigeria like this. It's not possible. You cannot vote your way out of it. Matter of fact, I say right now, everybody supposed fall out. Make everything go kukuma scatter today. But I'm only one person. Okay. See. Here is GRV's personal photographer narrating the story after he was revived. The APC-sponsored thugs smashed his head with machete and dumped him inside his car. This happened at the second venue for GRV's defection to the ADC ceremony. Security officials locked up the first venue. He secured a second venue. They mobilized to the venue with thugs. Nigeria is gone.
Healthcare services have already started.
See the photographer.
5,000 people, take 4,000 people. We had already been arranged. Our healthcare services have already started, but they've come here. You see about 20 to 40 police officers here. Lock the gate, say we cannot engage in anything. In a church, the led thugs came here, scattered everything, right? The young man that was Christ Gospel Mission Church.
Now, I just hope that when the conflict eventually breaks out, no one will accuse the obedience of bringing violence into Nigerian politics. Tinubu and APC have been moving everywhere to frustrate ADC gatherings. All right? So clearly, the APC government, by sponsoring thugs to attack GRV's defection event, has told Nigerians that GRV is their strongest opposition in Lagos. GRV is their only headache in the state. Now we know who actually won the 2023 Lagos State governorship election. GRV needs to face reality that APC is afraid of him and will do everything to destroy him and his party. It is up to GRV to match their madness. Ew. So when GRV came, the thugs ran away. Una for stand now. Oh, really? Okay. Here it is again. Okay, so they came to a new place in Ipaja, the Christ Gospel Mission International Campground at Command Road, Ipaja, and attacked GRV. I repeat, the APC came to attack us at the campground.
Yeah, and the police, the police is basically condoning that place off. Let me talk to them. Wahala. I'm here, and the police.
Yeah. Hey, anyway, that is it. That is what is happening right now with the APC. Meanwhile, El-Rufai was in Imo State. He was at the Catholic Church to sensitize people about election. Oh, I can't believe I'm using my mouth to say El-Rufai. Anyway, let's keep moving. Imo people did not like it, so they came out to protest. Now, in Adamawa State, all right, they found a flesh-eating disease that infected 28 people. Okay, NCDC launches probe. Now, Babatunde Gbadamosi says the globalists are finally testing disease X in Adamawa. They mooted the emergence of this disease at the WEF, World Economic Federation, gatherings fairly recently. Everyone that works for any company or organization, even remotely associated with BG in Nigeria, should be apprehended immediately. I wish your government is sold out. So for Adamawa people, hell, they should go and ask these politicians, are you people ready for 2027 election? Me, I refuse. This will not be a matter of emotions. I will talk myself in and just sit down, look. I refuse to come and sit down and be analyzing what is inevitable. I'm not going to do it. Okay? Now, over 60 residents, soldiers, died in Bonu in Boko Haram massacre. All right? Hey, Weleke. Now, the same Rufai says the same T-Pain that said he would challenge the legality of fuel tax under Obasanjo now wants to give us fuel tax in Nigeria. They pulled up the evidence. This was in December 30, 2003. Nigeria fuel tax, Senate to dialogue with Obasanjo. Senate President Adolfo Zwabara on Monday in Port Harcourt said the National Assembly will soon hold talks with Obasanjo over the proposed introduction of ₦1.50 road maintenance tax on every litre of fuel consumed in the country. Also yesterday, Lagos State Governor Bola Tinubu reiterated his determination to challenge the legality of the fuel tax proposal in court if it is passed by the National Assembly. Where are we now in Nigeria? 5% on every 10,000. Hey! Another breaking news. Yoruba kings are now indulging themselves heavily into kidnapping across southwest Nigeria. This is the only development Yorubas are bringing in Kwara State. Okay, I don't know. Let me see. I'm urging Fulanis to continue. Okay, this is somebody's content. Let's move forward. Let's play the response this man had for pathetic.
I come here today to condemn the statement of Abike Dabiri, that woman that has not been useful for any other thing than squandering our money over our family, over our non-estication, stupidity things. I totally condemn a statement of tribalizing criminality among Nigerians. I totally go against the fact that he, one way or the other, indirectly referring to a particular group of tribe in Nigeria to be behind all the criminalities in Nigeria. An Igbo small girl was the best student this year in all subjects in England. We say she is a Nigerian. But when there is problem, like what you are saying about Malaysia or whatever, that the people on death row, there are 20 people are on death row, there are 20 of them are from Southeast, one of them from Edo. Your Excellency, what is wrong with your brain? Why do you have selective memory? Is it because you don't wash your hair all the time? 52 the Yoruba people are in Saudi Arabia facing death penalty. 52 Nigerians, the Yoruba people. So, last week in New York, over 14 Nigerians were rounded up. Mostly Yoruba people. You are trying to tribalize criminality. A criminal is a criminal. As long as you are carrying your passport, if you committed any crime, you are a Nigerian. I'm trying to say that you don't want people to generalize it. Haven't you generalized it by you saying that 20 of the 21 are from Southeast, and that has been the normal routine? What is normal routine? I want 50 to 1 in Saudi Arabia. We don't want bigots like these people in power. We don't want people who stop all of shisha. We have Nigerians suffering, dying every day in Libya. This woman will not follow. That's the time we had problem in Sudan, this woman, this bigot of a woman, refused to carry people from Southeast, giving preferential treatment. People who are facing death won't select one. Eru Fulani. Tribalize criminality to Nigeria. Are we not Nigerians? Aren't we carrying the same passport? And you know, my brother, we are so smart in Nigeria. I won't love for Billy. I won't love for you. I want Daruru. I want your Bayaja. How do you mean that that you don't want to generalize things, but most of the crime always come from one particular place? There's over 50 Yorubas that are facing death penalty in Saudi Arabia right now. Why aren't you saying a goddamn thing about it? You make me mad this morning.
So,
News, I don't understand the idea whereby the president of the country wants to travel, and then all the governors from all the states, or let me not say all the governors, some governors from the state, ministers and the rest of them will come and stand. I don't understand the idea of you coming to stand
and you are waving the president bye-bye as if it's a small child that is waving his father when his father is traveling, and I don't understand. Is it that you don't have job to do in your state? Is it that you are less busy in your state that you have to fly private jet from your state? You spend money on flying private jet down to your state, from your state to Abuja. Then you now follow the president to the airport, and then when he's going, you now be waving the president bye-bye. Okay, like as if it's a small I don't understand. There are so many things happening in your state. Insecurity, people are hungry, the cost of living is high. There are so many people in your state in the hospital looking for money to sort hospital bills so that they can live. You are, instead of you to use that money you used to fly down, the cost of flying down to Abuja, staying in Augusta, all those things for your aid and everything. Instead of to use that money to help somebody in your state that is in the hospital lying down needing help, you fly down to Abuja to come, and when you get to Abuja, you come and follow the president and you are telling him bye-bye, bye-bye when he's flying. Eh? Is that how less busy you people are now? I don't understand. I don't understand. Why are you less busy? Is there no job to do? And again, I don't understand the way you people are waving my president. I don't understand the way you are waving him. Why are you waving him like you are waving him like I don't understand. Allah, let's be mindful. If the president is traveling, it's simple. Allow him to travel. When he's traveling, allow him to travel. He have his own aide. Let his aide escort him to the airport. When he gets to the airport, he has his wife. Let the first lady, let his aide escort him to the airport. Not you leave your state with all the activity happening in your state. You leave your state and you now come to FCT to come and escort the president to the airport. I don't understand that. I don't understand the idea. I don't understand the idea. Meanwhile, the first lady did a video and the first lady was saying that on her birthday she don't want people to come and bring gifts for her, all those things, bring gifts and then say about all those eye service. She says she don't want it. So if you have best wishes for her as a first lady, she has given her account number that you should go and pay money, no matter how small is that account, that she have the project that she want to she want to do a project that will last a lifetime. And a lot of people are coming online to criticize the first lady and say this is the first time a first lady want to bill. This is the first time a first lady want to bill Nigerians. But I will tell you that, left for me, that is the best. That she want to bill you and do something good is better than all those plenty eye service gifts that she will gather in her house. But she want to do something tangible. She want to do something tangible. She want to build a library. Yes. Some people are criticizing, but for me, I feel that is the best. I feel it's the best. Let her use the money to do something tangible. Not that they will now carry the money, they will now carry this one gift and go and give her eye service, all those things. That is what I'm talking about. Even for the money, she can even help some people. That is what I'm saying, that the governors are leaving their state where there are people in the hospital needing help. Please, let's start taking the idea of this country serious. We have to take Nigeria serious. If we don't put this country as a priority before ourselves, wallahi, this country will not grow. We have to make this country a priority. You have to love the country more than yourself. Because Because if it's like you loved the president more than you loved your country. If you love the president more than you love your state. If you are there to do your job. If you don't love the president more than your state, why did you have to fly, leave your state? With all the activity happening that you are supposed to govern your state, you left it and you are coming to Abuja to come and wave the president bye-bye like a small child. Dala, please, let's take our job serious. I'm the spice creator. I bring you breaking news. Hey, if I talk now, they say, now you employ me, now you vote for I'm waiting to talk about them. You know whether he get free from his state when he fly, come Abuja, come as the president. Why he talk Malashai? But man, I'm just giving my opinion. I feel that they should be busy in their state. Look at how busy Lagos State is. Sanwo-Olu left Lagos State and come to Abuja to come and wait the president. Abba now. Abba. Maybe they have something to do in Abuja. Coincidentally, the president is traveling. They now say, oh, let's escort him. But all of you can't have something to do in Abuja coincidentally now. Anyways, I'm the spice creator. I brought you breaking news. Google me if you like. Don't Google me.
Hey.
Ezekiel, Wede, Dacho, Reverend Ezekiel Dacho. The truth is that I'm back from India. When I was in India, Yahya Jingri make a statement that they should stop arresting the Fulani terrorists. Fulani as a whole. So Fulani has a right. And one thing that I know with the security, they are all behind their clerics, especially the Muslims that are in Nigerian security. They are behind what their cleric has said. I came back and I discovered 27 people were killed. I have not even visited the graveyard. Today, to visit and also consult the people in Bindi, host Riyom local government. I was in India, I was watching. Now that I'm in the executive council meeting of Church of Christ in Nation, since yesterday, you see my eyes are happy. I was struggling with sleep. I don't know how to sleep. Since yesterday, they wanted to invade Nyarwe. Nyarwe is an area in Van district under my jurisdiction. Every time they will call us to calm our youth, while their own youth are not being calmed. They invaded my real biological village in Rim. Joel was under attack. And look at us now, even in the village they cannot sleep. If my people cannot sleep, how can I sleep? I have spoken, and God has broken the power of the sickness that was in me, so that He will keep me alive to come and speak on behalf of His people. My fellow brothers, United Kingdom, I'm begging you to Asoro. I'm begging you to Washington DC White House. Bush should address Trump. Trump should address, please, his focus into Nigeria, because terrorism is taking over Nigeria. They are busy inviting people from Central Africa, Senegal and other places to come and take over the country. If somebody will tell you that things are normal in this nation, Nigeria, he's a liar. And I can't keep quiet. If I was able to survive cancer in India, I will survive another cancer. That's the Fulani terrorists. I will survive it. Look at me now. I'm going to the village. I have to suspend the general to at the time my president. I say I cannot. I'm just like a corpse here. My people are in pain since yesterday. They have destroyed crops. We don't know how to eat. In RCC Road, what will I do? What sort of leader will I be leading? While another leader is busy igniting crisis, Sheikh Yahya Jingle, by failing to speak to his people to stop bringing crisis in the state. Now that I'm trying to ask for peace to reign, then I will become the enemy. Why should I make that statement? I'm not an Islamic lady that I will bring insult. But let me tell you, we are going to do the work of Saul. Saul is to provide, is to preserve. The work of Saul is to make Nigeria grow. The work of Saul is to sanctify. To purify Nigeria is polluting. The work of Saul is to give good test. As a real Christian, we have to do the work of Saul. I will do everything within my power to stop terrorism in my jurisdiction. Pray for me as you're under viewing my statement press release. This is the beginning. I have to go and see my people. They are busy thinking of where to run and escape. Because the Fulani have thought they will enter farm. And whoever touch farm, it has touched me. If since they have declared war on Plateau, we are ready to give them the war. We are ready. We will give you the war. Through prayers, I will speak to the ground. The ground will respond and reject the evildoers in the state. And this is what I am after. The ground will listen to me. The water that they are taking will listen to me. The grasses that they are eating, their cows will listen to my voice. And I'm going to attack through prayer in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, my Savior. Amen. To give life to my enemy. Not to cause, but we are blessing the people that have fought that we will never survive. That is Christianity. That is full of love. But we are out to defend. To round up with this message, all youths in every village, listen. I'm speaking with the power of the voice. All youths, all over, Plateau State, rise up for self-defense. If you don't do it, our children are in danger. Our next generation will have no place to live. All youths, it's a command. It's not an advice. I'm commanding you, wake up and defend the weak old people. Women that are pregnant, defend the widows, stand with your blood to defend the land. Already they have declared war on Plateau. And the security, they know about it. And we are not going to keep quiet. It is time for us to respond. All these things, they are gearing towards 2027. This is a religious crisis. Bias to us that are called Christian. Trump, please, this voice will reach your own White House. Respond to Nigerian government. They are gambling with our soul as Christians. Many Christians are dying and they don't want to speak. And they know terrorists are in the country and they don't want to attack them. They just make propaganda without action. Please, stand up and save us. If not, one day you will not hear my voice anymore. You receive the news that Reverend Achomo has been slaughtered like ram. This is what is happening. I'm going to meet my people in the village. I suspend every meeting. And I thank God my leaders have given me, because that's the only comfort they can comfort me. To keep me here, I'm not myself. How can I be here while my people are sleeping in the bush? they are looking for way to form another camp. No. No. We have never entered Ruga. We have never attacked them in their territory. But by the power of Jesus Christ, who has given us wisdom, if we don't go, angels will go to Ruga. Angels are going to Ruga. Angels will attack on our behalf. Angels will cause confusion in the camp of Islamic terrorists. By the power of Jesus Christ, I'm praying for all of us. We must love one another. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Now,
Oh, all those ones not work for the terrorists. So they are still carrying out their slaughtering. It has not stopped. It has not stopped. I'm just bringing it here so that you guys can hear
The
it.
nation is more secured than we've had in the past. Do you agree with that position?
Well, I
Stay
thought I
curious.
was
Welcome.
going to refrain from
Eze,
going back
welcome.
into the discussions about the past and the present. But Honorable Jibrin, as usual, with most APC people, they have refused to govern Nigeria. They have destroyed everything that holds Nigeria together. They have caused mayhem in Nigeria. 200 people killed in Zamfara this year. How many people have been killed within Kaduna and Lagos, and Kaduna and Abuja kidnapped by? How many policemen have lost their lives in the southeast? How many people have been killed in the northwest of the country by people we call bandits? In 2014, this same APC sat here and told us that an attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the north. This same government stood here and said that we cannot declare state of emergency in the north. Now they've run the country down and he's here talking about how Nigeria was safer yesterday. Who in Nigeria today travels along the Lokoja road? Who in Nigeria today travels along the Kaduna road? Who in Nigeria today goes to Zamfara, the northwest? How many people in Nigeria are still able to move around freely across any part of Nigeria today? What is he talking about? What do they take us for in this country? Do they think that we are stupid people? Why would he come on television to talk like this? We are at a time the country is under crisis, we are looking for solution. We came here to think about how to get out of where we are, and he's talking about yesterday and today. What do we know about today that Nigerians can move? Our airport has been breached. Our rail tracks have been breached. Our security system is in tatters. Our security network is not working together because they have discriminated against people in the military, in the police, in the army, in the SSS, in the NIA. All the people that are in these security positions in the country are from one part of the country, and yet they can't secure their own part of the country. What nonsense is he talking about?
When Honorable talked about the nation is most...
If Buhari did not become president in 2015, I contested alongside Buhari for Senate. I contested for Senate in 2011. You have it on YouTube. He said, blood, soaked in blood, the baboon and the... Ever since he made that comment, I refused to go and campaign with Buhari. Refused completely. It didn't matter if I lost the Senate seat. I won it eventually. Insecure for a former president to say, you soak in blood. And then there was, Kaduna is my state. There was serious violence in Kaduna. Many houses were burnt. Emirs' houses in Onwansariki, the Naaba had their houses burnt and all that, simply because of a statement. They went and brought in people from those neighboring places in readiness to remove Jonathan by all means. So the desperation of people to get Jonathan out of power has built up and added to what we call insecurity in Nigeria today.
So you find that all what we've seen over the last few years...
I think at this point, it will be fair enough to suggest that the Nigerian government, being led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, look into establishing a branch of Aso Rock in UK and France. Yes, at this point, that would be necessary. Perhaps it will save Nigeria more cost. Because the way our president moves every 3-4 days now,
This burden is on the taxpayer, isn't it? The suffering taxpayers. He come today, tomorrow is gone. Next tomorrow is leaving again. If he prefer to stay in Europe like every other Nigerian citizen who has escaped through the Sahara Desert, let him do so. If that's going to save Nigeria more cost. You get the point now. This news is coming again now, like very often, like we've often seen. He says, Tinubu begins a 10-day vacation, departs Abuja for Europe. When he returned here, when was it? How long is it now that the president just came back from a tour from Japan to Brazil, and then from Brazil we didn't know where he go to until he eventually returned to Nigeria after numbers of days. Then today now he's getting a vacation to Europe tour again. I don't get it, because when I saw this report as it came from the essay to the president Bayo Onanuga, he said President Tinubu depart Abuja to begin 2025 annual leave. He said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu depart Abuja September 4th to commence a working vacation in Europe. A working vacation for 10 days in Europe as part of his 2025 annual leave. He said the vacation will last 10 working days. He said President Tinubu will spend the period between France and UK and then return to the country. I don't get it. If it has to cost Nigeria so much, running our aircraft and our aviation fare, carrying the president from Nigeria to UK, from Nigeria to France, every now and then, let Nigeria establish a branch of Aso Rock in Europe. Because I know if you even put it in one country, the president will be going to another country. They can try establishing it in all the countries of the world, so that the president can be operating from whichever of the country and just forget Nigeria. Because it is obvious that this man don't always want to be in Nigeria, where is obviously his primary constituency of assignment, his primary point of assignment and duty is Nigeria. There is so much job to be done at home, but the president seems not to be aware. Because every now and then he stands before the public to score himself very high, to hype himself, to brag of things that are not there. Now he has traveled again, and he will travel again. 10 working days. Oh God. I mean, my Nigerian people, I don't get it too. Nigerians are passing through hell. Nigerians are passing through a lot. The ordinary Nigerian man is suffering. And for the head of the country, for the leaders of the country, to be living lavishly, wasting the taxpayers' money with the multiple taxation they are coming with in this manner, it doesn't make sense. So it doesn't make sense, because in the real sense, if Nigeria was a country where the people, where majority of the people are truly saying these are enough to escalate tension and revolution, it's enough now. I'm suffering, and you are wasting my money on things that I don't even know what you are doing. I don't know what they mean. There's no reflection of these trips in our life as the ordinary Nigeria. I don't get it. But yet we lack the unity to come together to say this is no longer acceptable. Hence, it should continue. But let the federal government of Nigeria look into this. They should consider having a branch of Aso Rock in all the countries that Baba always want to go and relax, so that it can save us that cost, that aviation fuel. The moment he win election, he should just go there. You get the point? Maybe from the day he was sworn in on May 29, 2023, he should just go there and relax. Then when election come again in 2027, he can come and contest. If he succeed in rigging himself back, he return back there till 2031. This will save the country fuel cost, aviation fuel cost, running our aircraft at a very high cost at the detriment of the taxpayer, who are indeed hungry and living in extreme and abject poverty. I don't know what you think, my people, about this, but whatever your thought and opinion is, kindly drop it at the comment section. See you there.
So now, INEC chairman and the Nigeria judiciary handed over the fate and future of 200 million people to a man who can't keep his words for 3 days. This is Punch News, September 3rd, 2025, where Tinubu says 2025 revenue target met, no more borrowing. That's what he said on the 3rd of September. Then on the 5th of September, federal government seeks fresh 1.75 billion World Bank loan. Hey, let's listen to Don Azar's analysis on it.
Hello, how you want to explain this?
Welcome, Kene.
Mr. President talks.
Yep, always France and UK.
Yep. They know they borrow for local banks again.
Today I'm standing before you, I can brag that Nigeria is not borrowing, it's dying from local bank. The revenue, we have met our target of revenue for the whole year. We met it in August. I've reviewed this morning. Non-oil. If non-oil revenue is going well, then we have no fear of whatever Trump is doing on the other side.
Now, Punch is reporting LG seeks fresh 1.75 billion World Bank loan. The one where they set for this year, they don't meet am. Now, say how manage? You don't say you don't meet revenue target. You won't come borrow fresh money again. On Thursday, the Port gathered that the World Bank is expected to approve loans totaling $1.75 billion before the end of the year to support key development projects in Nigeria, according to official data obtained from the bank's official website. These loans will finance several key initiatives, including projects in agriculture, health, and digital infrastructure. One of the major projects set to benefit from this financial backing is the Nigeria Sustainable Agricultural Value Chains for Growth Project, which will receive 500 million. This initiative is aimed at improving agricultural productivity and integrating value chains to support rural development and economic diversification. The project is currently in the concept review phase, with approval expected on December 11th. 2025. Go and read the remaining one by yourself. What are we saying? Mr. President say they had a target. Say from January to December. January to December. Now this S amount of money with the target. By August, they don't get the money. The money what they say they need to generate till December. By August, they don't meet up. It means say anything will come from here. Now plenty assets, but now foreign bank. What is the difference? Oburu na Oburu. What do you think? Drop it in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.
Una don hear say they are now threatening people who want to give out their space for opposition gatherings in Lagos. They would revoke your C of O if you help the opposition gather. If you put their posters on your streets or estates, and you people are debating populist ideas on Twitter. Omo. Hey!
Once every 4 years. True democracy lives in the daily actions of citizens who seek for accountability, transparency, and fairness. As citizens, we hold the real power. When we stay silent, election riggers win. But when we engage, when we monitor, and when we speak up, we close all doors to manipulations. Think about the Not Too Young to Run movement. Young Nigeria came together, demanded change, and the law was amended. That is the power of citizen action. Imagine what we can achieve if millions unite together and go mad. Together, we can safeguard our election by monitoring polling units, reporting irregularities, and spreading only verified information. One voice may be ignored, but when millions unite together in one voice, they cannot. So I ask you, don't just vote, participate, engage, protect your democracy, go mad. A new Nigeria is possible.
Okay, let me read this. I came upon this from David Udein. All right, so let's read it together. If you know, you know. I'm not about to explain this to us. So if you know, you know. The algorithms have owners. The owners have location-specific agendas. The things the algorithms push in front of your eyeballs are determined by your location and the owner's agenda for it. That is why there are several Nigerian TikTok creators and streamers who make interesting, engaging content about Nigerian history and current affairs, but except you stumble across them, you won't even know that they exist. What the algorithm will constantly push to your Nigerian eyeballs instead is Pella and Jarvis. There are funny and intelligent Nigerian stand-up comedians like Bovi who upload Instagram Reels content, but the algorithm will not regularly push them to you. If not for their large online following, you would barely notice them. The Instagram Reels algorithm will instead constantly push brain rot Nigerian skit makers to saturate your Nigerian brain with the psychological equivalent of codeine. If you want to know what agenda the algorithm owners have in mind for a specific location, simply find out who the algorithms have made famous in that location. And if you believe in a location where the algorithms want to fill your head with nothing but mindless brain rot, you owe a responsibility to yourself to resist being programmed by rich people trying who are literally trying to code stupidity into entire populations because everything is war. Okay? P-Sheks now posted. They literally sent me a notice suggesting I'm receiving too much attention and they are going to limit my reach till they confirm I did not find my way around their app. This app, to be precise. If I have to see David's post, I'd literally have to search and come here. To confirm what David just said, search my handle P-Sheks and see if it will bring up my name. I had to change my name from P-Sheks to Segun Adebayo to see if there will be improvement. On top say we dey fight GMO. If you know, you know.
Democracy is more than
Okay?
casting a
Abia State sacks six justice ministries workers indicted in salary fraud. Kudos to Abia State. Abia State be like say e no even dey part of Nigeria. I'm so happy for those people. I'm so happy. Okay, so this video here accuses Bello Matawale, former governor of Zamfara State and current minister of State for Defense, of collaborating in ways that suggest support or involvement with the bandits. This is not a trivial allegation, especially given Zamfara's long and painful history of banditry and security crisis. The footage reportedly comes from vigilantes who engage in a gun battle with the bandits, presenting what they describe as practical evidence of such ties. This fresh accusation fits into a broader pattern of controversies that have trailed Matawale. He is already under the radar of the EFCC over the alleged diversion of 17 billion naira. And in early 2023, he was forced to return 50 government vehicles he had unlawfully taken after leaving office. Together, these incidents paint a troubling picture of questionable conduct during his tenure. 2. All right.
Omoye is paid to sell the IMF policy, and that is why he will come and say Bola Ahmed Tinubu is working. It's the same thing she did for Buhari and Jonathan's government. She's an IMF slave, so that is her work. She has to do it.
All right, then.
It is their bribe.
All right, then. In the interim, I still want to stay with you, Mr. Ika. There is a conversation about state policing that the president has said his government will clearly look into and looking as to how it's going to, be materialized in the coming days. From your perspective, particularly about security, because this is becoming one too many. One of the situations is that of the Malawi's aid convoy that was attacked. Looking at these conversations surrounding state policing, do you think that by implementation, this would really give some respite to
Welcome, Michael.
within the borderlands and, of course, the interlands of Nigeria? And then again, there's also the conversation of hijacking of these state police by the state governors. How can these be juxtaposed and managed? Please.
So thank you. So why state police is needed, that is not the first thing.
I can guarantee you that it's few months to the next election. Everything the present government will be saying will be just be to appease Nigerians, bribe them so that they can get a second term. They are not serious about doing it. No federal government is ready to allow the state government to have access, direct control. It's not that the state government don't have control of the police, so that's a wrong assumption, and I will explain. But they don't have them to have direct control of the police force. Why is that? Let's go back to what the police was created for. The police force was created to protect the elites. That is the foundational problem. The security apparatus were created to protect those in power. Security of life and properties is not their first priority. That is priority number Z. Their first priority is to protect the elites. And the people that are in power get more protection. You that you are not in power, you buy that protection. So it's not direct. You that you are governor, you get that protection by being loyal. So when a CP is transferred to your state, you have to make sure that your guys are on the same term. Loyalty, money, loyalty, give his siblings and then give them positions and all that in your government. Then you get some loyalty, you get some control. But for the federal government, it's direct access. The reason why our police force is not working is not because we don't have state police. It's because the police force is full of impunity, corruption.
Now you know we wake up now. You wake up late, they clean. Some of us don't wake up since morning. Clean, do workouts. We don't wake up early, clean, go gym, go market, come back. Now you start late. Hey, well, it depends on how big your house is too. So my own place is not that big, so they take me time. Matter of fact, I don't even get any specific date assigned. Truth be told, I can do it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, anytime. Almost every day na sanitation day for me. So anyway, let me read this guy's tweet for you guys. Salako. I am ranting because I'm not doing well. Forget all these saturated pictures and collaged videos from 87-pound trips, but all my family is in Nigeria. They don't have the same level travel access, same illusion of comfort, freedom to buy whatever they want without mental gymnastics, and this is the fucking truth. Whatever policy they are affected with affects me. Whatever injustice they are robbed off with rubs on me. Geographically, I might not be on Nigerian soil, but mentally, I never left. Financially, I never left. Emotionally, I never left. I'm aware that I'm not doing well. Wherever you are in the diaspora, if your current situation isn't mirrored across all of your current family members, I am sorry to burst your bubble. You are not doing well. You've not escaped. So if awakening citizen consciousness is my own contribution to the possibility of a better Nigeria, I will play my part. Hello, standing on the promises. That's where I'm standing also. That is why we speak up. Yep, I can't peel off my skin, erase my Oduduwa factor, dump my green passport. So in and out, I'm still a Nigerian. I'll always be. From a distance, that's all anyone will ever see, even if I get a second citizenship. So again, something has to give. I won't be silent, I won't cower, my voice will not be compromised because of proximity to access. These conversations are like links and sparks. I can only but hope it eventually sparks a fire that makes us hit the street. Hello, same here. Finally, Nigeria works. If a system is designed to fail and it fails, that system has succeeded. The problems of Nigeria are artificially manufactured. So a new government comes in, reverses the floor of a mountain of problems they created, they can praise it as progress. The poverty levels we are in is a deliberate design. It's a tool, and its weaponization is the only way the cankerworms in charge can reign supreme. If you keep a people hungry enough, you can flash them hope with AC chilling, Wi-Fi blazing, and jollof steaming. If you systematically strip people of their dreams and aspirations, keep them at the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you can easily convert them to willing slaves. Nigeria works, but the question is, who is it working for? Bam! Bam! Let me read Babatunde Gbadamusi's. For those of you who have unsuccessfully tried to get me involved in government projects, contracts, partnerships over the years on account of my work at Amen Estate, I hope you are following the Sujimoto story. I have no opinion either way about either side, but I have long known that government-related business in Nigeria is trouble. The entrenched culture of corruption will mean to be successful, you have to compromise your principles. If you succeed, you can still be ambushed by outright refusal to pay for work done, even after paying heavy bribes just because of uncontrollable greed. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince and not confuse you that government business is not for the honest. Thank you. All right, so there's hold on one second. Okay, what's on Dele Farotimi's mind? How to organize a peaceful revolution. There's no such thing as peaceful revolution to overthrow the existing order in my country. That's what's on my mind too, low key. Let's laugh a little.
Wake up, everybody back me off in prayers. Nigerians, the Ghana idea, I get for express, wahala dey. Una know say for this life, this thing where they talk say you can do all things through it that strengthens you. Not be everything you go fit do, some things come out your hand.
Welcome, oh, Madam Luke. Yeah, okay, welcome. Good morning to you. Yeah, well done.
I dey handle witchcraft issues and other hookup and fornication issues. Now they come tell me say that if you think say sinners dey Nigeria, come Ghana, come and see one.
Bam! Tracy, you clocked Kene. Why I not think this one, no? Kene, so you when marry Alakija, they clean. Wow. Wow, Kene, so that's why you are in. Okay, you be the house. Kene don't use your hand, put himself for trouble. Kene, how can you be married to Alakija and still be cleaning? Oh my God. Yeah, like Pio, you live Kene there na lie. We don't catch you. Exactly, Tracy. Correct. Okay. Arise. Play that obedient spokesman on Arise yesterday. Do you know the name of the person? Developers in Nigeria with corners. They'll cut corners like their government counterparts. Yeah. Okay, let's listen to this while I look for that video.
The Devil's Fornication World Cup, the best 11 players, Ghana, they are running the race to perish. Now my contact say, okay, as I don't do election vote for daytime, they say now for night, they come out the Olosho guys, hook up guys. I said fornication now water. Now I tell myself, I say, okay, make I come for night, make I go capture the fornicators, make I capture the hookup guys. They carry me go their checking point for where they stand. My dear people, now my dear soul, we reach the place, the guests, about how many? About 6 of them, how many? 8. About 8 of them. If you see the way they stand, hookupians, everything stand well like Russia, Ukraine missile. Hey, my people, I ask myself, I say I want to conduct deliverance on una. I say you people are having sexual intercourse. They say no, but come and deliver us. I say how can I start? They say let us go to their lodge. I say hey, one man say make I no go. The other man say you can do all things through he that strengthens you. No be Daniel enter lions then. My people now the thing that strengthens me won't kill me for. It is the thing where strengthens me. Now one later can go kill me. We enter inside Olosho lodge. I say Olosho people make una kneel down. Make I pray for una. Olosho say man of God now you go kneel down. Hey. Ghana Olosho say make I kneel down. I ain't go pray for you. I say make una close una eye, make I start prayers. They say no, man of God, now you go close eye, you go naked for us to start. Ghana Olosho say make I naked. They say man of God, we want to test your microphone. I say I no carry mic come. They say naked, we go come on mic. Ghana Olosho want come on mic for man of God. Ghana Olosho want come on mic for man of God. Nigerians make all of una start to dey pray the back slippers I know wear. My shoe don't go. I get for express for Ghana. I say Ghana will not show when I go perish. When I go perish, this time when I not go make it. This thing when I do radical mass of God, Nigerians back me off. Back me off. Back me off. Let I go find what.
Tracy, I don't know if it's this one, but I'm gonna let me pull it up. I think let me see. Is it the one where it says our APC is trying to cause the destabilization or something? I'm telling you, right? Exactly. It's everybody they use their method as they know. Where is it? Is it Tinubu APC destabilizing opposition parties? Tracy, are you still there? On Arise News yesterday. This was on 7 hours ago. Okay, she said yesterday. Let's see. Kenny, did you watch it? I'm trying to find the name of the person. Is it allegations of targeted Peter Obi trolling? Is that it? Where Tracy Congo Nana? I'm trying to find it. It's not Tanko. I played Tanko now yesterday. I played Tanko. Was it 2 days ago that Tanko gave that interview? I already played that Tanko. It's not Tanko. It can't be Tanko. Let's see. The president needs to declare a state of emergency. Okay. Nigerian politics is full of traitors and liars. Not be today. Not be today. It's a Yoruba name. Okay. I'm looking for it. Dakpo, okay, maybe it's this one that I saw. Okay, let me pull up. There's one I saw. Then I'm gonna come back to this one. Hold on 1 second. It's there we go.
How do you make the real pink salt recipe that Lady O used to lose weight? I swear, if one more
We not care. We not care. We didn't care.
So if we look at the big headlines this week, from the economy to revenue
She doesn't
targets,
remember where she see what she
insecurity and policing,
Can not be me and you? Tracy comes for
all
you.
of them. Whether it's putting out
Yeah,
statements
you haven't
or
time
posting
set. So
on
you're supposed to
X,
be cleaning
Obi
for
is
Alakija.
always
What are you
pretty
still
quick
doing?
to make his stance known about
We don't want
any
her to
issue that's
fire
going
you.
on. But for someone who has been a mainstay in the media since running for president in 2023, he's also been subject to a number of critiques. Recently, there were allegations that Obi, also the two-term governor of Anambra State, was being targeted for trolling on social media. But how true is this really? So, joining us now is Dapo Adaramewa. He's a member of the Obedient Movement, which is a leading political support group for Mr. Obi. It's really good to have you here. And, you know, social media trolling is essentially the posting of deliberate, offensive content online to kind of get reactions out of people, stir up some sort of, controversy. I would suspect that a lot of public figures should expect this kind of response, just because whether you're a celebrity, whether you're a politician or a leader, people will admire you, but you'll also naturally get some critique. So how are you thinking about this as someone, as part of this movement? How does Peter Obi kind of experience trolling, if at all?
Well, thank you very much. Now, it is to be expected. People, and we do live in a free country in the sense that we have the freedom of speech and you can express yourself. And just because in the course of expressing yourself, you also must entertain the idea that you might offend somebody. That's part of a democratic process. Now, Mr. Obi himself has been a victim of trolling consistently. I think it only becomes a problem when people start to make false claims and false narratives, at which point it becomes defamation, which is protected by law. So if it's just normal critics of they don't agree with his opinions, that's perfectly fine. But when people start to make false accusations, it is very important to, obviously clear your name. I'm sure none of us here would like somebody to constantly go online and make claims about things that happened when we all know they didn't happen. So like any other person, he has a right to, even sue people to court if they are found wanting for defamation.
And I'm just also curious as to what does that look like? Is it, replies on Twitter? Is it Facebook? Like, where are you seeing the majority of this trolling as regards to Peter Obi?
No. You see, Peter Obi himself is the most popular presidential candidate, arguably the most popular, the most relevant candidate in Nigeria today. And he doesn't shy away from the public. You see, usually politicians in Nigeria there's this air of superiority, right? And that's why people love him. He's constantly on Twitter Spaces. He's constantly going out there, meeting people in different meetings, in town halls, traveling around the country. We've seen videos of him up in the north, different areas, and he's engaging with people directly. So he's not afraid of people saying things particularly, but overwhelmingly the reception for His Excellency Peter Obi has been absolutely fantastic. The people love him because the people recognize him to be the change that we need in this country.
And, in the past, Peter Obi has been called a social media candidate, kind of like what you said. How, as a member of the Obedient Movement, how are you thinking about this characterization, especially in the context of what might happen in 2027? How are you guys using social media to position, what we might see in 2027?
Yeah, I mean, the idea that he's a social media candidate was well played in 2023, and we all saw what happens at the polls, right? We had over 6 million votes, at least that's what they counted for us. We believe we got a lot more than that. That goes to show that for a candidate who was in none of the two major parties to go ahead, come in third officially, right, and get over 6 million votes, it isn't a social media candidate. He is the candidate that speaks to the people, because Nigerians are desperate for something honest. They're desperate for something different, and fundamentally that's what he brings to the table.
Interesting. Within the last few weeks or so, the federal government also shut down 13 million social media accounts in Nigeria for offensive content, violations of, the code of practice. I think it's also interesting to think about our social media habits as Nigerians, how Nigerians use social media, what we're talking about online, and how a lot of that actually is very offensive content, right?
I think social media is geared to anything that elicits an emotional response. And that is why all sorts of things blow up on social media, right? But the normal day-to-day interactions don't really make the news. And that's why it feels like there's a whole lot happening, or Twitter is full of critics. Most people are just expressing their opinions. People are sharing very relatable content, information, things that edify the soul and the body, right? But we tend to always focus on the negative. So I don't think Nigeria has any profound problem with social media. In fact, I think people deserve the right to be able to express themselves freely in a free country. If anything, it's the laws around the use of social media that I worry about, the use of some of these acts to basically have people arrested. And we've seen it in the Twitter space, simply because they're checking power. They're asking fundamental questions about governance, about how the country is going. And people should have that right.
And something you said earlier I found really interesting is just how available, I guess, you kind of characterize Peter Obi as making himself to the public. How do you think leaders should be thinking about that going into 2027? Do you think that because he's made himself so available, we can expect other leaders to kind of follow suit and avail themselves more to the public, maybe be more active on social media, or what, how do you think he's kind of moved the needle in that way?
You see, Peter Obi is uniquely positioned to put himself in front of Nigerians, right? Simply because he's an honest man and he has integrity. When you have things to hide, you cannot go into the public space. You can't interact with people because it's an uncontrolled environment. People might ask, questions around things that you've done in the past. Like the president can't have an open dialogue with people because we would ask him questions about what's happening in River State. We would challenge him. So a lot of politicians hide behind that, right? But Peter Obi can step into the public eye because he is a man of integrity. And fundamentally, that is what we need in Nigeria. Because let's face facts. No matter what you do in a corrupt system, corruption is like a mold. It will eat it up. There's the student loans, fantastic idea. Nobody can debate that, right? But look at what happened in the execution. Look how corruption has swallowed up the bulk of that money. Look what happened with the students' union and all of the whole mess. So no matter what policies you bring in, if you cannot eradicate corruption, you cannot do anything for the people. And Peter Obi is the only candidate, because of his personal integrity, who has the moral standing to hold the whole system to account, to change the political system for Nigerians.
What can we expect to hear either from the Obedient movement or Peter Obi? Everyone wants to know, what can we expect to see between now and 2027? Do you have any insight?
I mean, I can tell you what we will see in 2027 after the election. It will be a well-drafted, a loving and uniting speech, thanking the Nigerian people for making him the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for being with us.
Okay. I don't know. This is the first time I'm seeing this guy. I don't know him, but okay. All right. You just wipe your Omo hands to tell me. Wait till Alakija they tell you may you clean. I don't understand. Now you they clean the whole castle. See they wipe it. What was our social media trolling definition again? Omo, I don't know. Say the English plenty. My ears tune off immediately because I not fit accent with Nigerian national journalists. They go down well with me. I just automatically tune out. We get better journalists for Nigeria when go speak the way we go take understand. All this one na to friend to attract na for their employers. I beg. Yes, so please guys, double tap to like, double tap to like the life, double tap, abeg, mukuna no vex. Tinubu trolling is big too, but he's president and the origin is just about people frustration. Chichi, welcome. Tinubu gets trolled more than Obi. They all get trolled. Let me see. I'm telling you, Omo. Can they say now? Can they use Omo now? Maybe he get special order. He not fit part with Omo. Even as he dey where he dey, so he still dey think of Omo, super blue, Omo, wash is brighter and it shows super blue. See Amo, when Tinubu rally governors over fuel tax, says it's cowardice to keep quiet. This was December 30, 2003. Okay? Lagos lawmakers set to receive 155 million naira houses each under 2025 budget. Yeah.
Venue that we had, Christ Gospel Mission Church. To house 4,000 people, take 4,000 people. We had already been arranged. Our healthcare services have already started, but they've come here. You see about 20 to 40 police officers here. Lock the gates, say we cannot engage in anything in a church. They led talks, came here, started everything, right? This is a young man that was hurt. Our cameraman, please tell them what you said.
This is the height of it. I'm a press man. I'm a press person. And this is how the cheat person. They were just destroying all glasses were just posted just like that.
Meanwhile, at the same time, they are protecting an APC rally that is happening on the side that we are already legally paid for. This is the height of our bureaucracy, and it's going to touch all of us. We cannot be in a democracy where people, instead of delivering good governance, they want to hold power by intimidation, by hurting people, by hitting people, by crushing the spirit of the youth. How is it that young people are going to see this and respect the police?
We are here to receive our teaming new members with particular reference to the labor extraction led by Honorable Gbadebo Roosevelt. And regardless of the intimidation and the challenges that comes with trying to provide a credible alternative to Nigerians and a good opposition governance, as all democracies, we are not in a military government, we are not in a kakistocracy, so we have done what is required of us, and we will continue to do what we should do to provide Lagosians, all Nigerians, a good way forward, a better way to govern, a government for the people, a leadership that thinks of people first, not the elites, that does not do power grabs. And everybody has seen and they've heard the news, and we hope that when it's time for votes, people will vote according to what they have seen and what they have heard. We are the better alternative.
Hey.
The chairman of Alimosho local government with over 80 policemen, and they sealed the place with Black Maria, Hiloxes, and all of that. We went there to talk to them, went to see the CP to no avail. Now, the day after, they are protecting an APC rally that is going on currently. No problem. We got another venue in a church premises. Our people in a private, secure premises. Our people were there, peaceful. No activity, just waiting for me to come. The chairman of what's his name? Of Agbado Ukiodo in Chibagiro went there with dogs, accompanied by policemen, and has completely destroyed everything there. Today, our plan was to give free healthcare checks to almost 4,000 Alimosho and Alimosho indigenous and Ikeja division residents. That has completely been destroyed. We have a team that was there to help people get jobs, register them, and pair them to profitable jobs that they could have for the youth that are unemployed. That has been destroyed by thugs. And you see these local government chairmen that should be making the inner roads of Alimosho more tolerable. They are not focused on that. They will go on those roads to go and be intimidating people that want to offer Nigerians a better hope and a better future. And people will say this is politics. No.
So don't give up. No one fighting for. Even if it hurts you, no. Don't give up. No one fighting for. Even if you get you, no. Don't give up. Just get away from everything. You know, it gets a little tricky when you.
Okay, I have a video to share with you guys. Let me see. Here.
Hello, fellow Nigerians. This is your friend and brother, Dr. Haruna Goro. I want to say thank you to everyone that has joined me in this broadcast. Please go ahead and share the broadcast with as many people as you can, and also like it. By so doing, YouTube or Facebook will recommend it to more people. And if you have not subscribed to my channel on YouTube, why don't you please go ahead and do that? And if you are watching me on Facebook, go ahead and follow me. Maybe some of you have listened to some of the songs that I've written. I'm using the gift and the talents that God has given to me. Apart from speaking, apart from preaching, I also sing and I write. I write books and I write songs. The Nigerian situation needs for us to come from all angles to tackle it. Thank you very, very much. I want to talk about the Nigerian disease. Nigeria is truly not just sick, but it's in coma, if not dead, and will need a miracle of resurrection. I don't know about you. Some people have become numb to this Nigerian situation. They don't really mind what happens there. Any little thing that happens, they say, don't you know that is Nigeria?
Exactly.
The situation has come to stay. And they tell you it's business as usual.
Mhm.
And so no wonder these evil, wicked politicians, they know that this is the behavioral pattern of the people. They watch
Exactly.
it and then they say, okay, this is how we'll get them, this is how we'll get them. So this broadcast is about revealing what is the Nigerian disease, what is the Nigerian sickness that appears not to respond to any kind of medication. People pray, people bind, people lose, people complain and do every kind of thing. But it's like the Nigerian situation, instead of things getting better, they only become worse. One regime after the other. People would think, maybe the next regime is going to be better than the former one. We knew how things were during Jonathan's time. And then the coalition and the APC came together with the current so-called president, was among the people that went out to protest for the removal of Jonathan from being the president of Nigeria. They removed PDP. So APC came. And now we all thought with Buhari, it was going to be zero tolerance to corruption. But corruption was taken to another level. And we suffered for 8 years under his rule. Now he's gone. He handed over to who? Tinubu, who said, Emiloko, it's now my own turn. Is it turn to ease the pain of Nigerians? No. He said next level. He is taking it yet to another level. Do you know, as we speak right now, there are people that are working around the clock to ensure that they rig him back in 2027. To them, they don't care what happens to Nigeria. As long as they will keep looting and looting and looting, that is what they are here for. But you know, the sad part is that many Nigerians don't care. They will suffer and suffer and complain. All you just see the young people do, they're on social media talking and talking and talking, and then you see some other people by the newspaper stands and they complain. And when the media goes out to interview people on the street, they rant and they complain and speak all manner of high-sounding English. And at the end, what do we see? These same evil politicians continue, and they are already ganging up again. You can see what is happening with the by-election. They are preparing for 2027. Guess who is going to benefit? The wicked politicians. Who will still continue to suffer? You, the average Nigerian. That's why I said the Nigerian disease. I had decided I'm going to just write some of these things. I don't want to just talk and talk without, being specific on some of the things I want to say. So what is the Nigerian disease? Only in Nigeria do people celebrate criminality. It is only in Nigeria that thieves are celebrated as celebrities. This is what is happening in Nigeria.
Bam.
It is only in Nigeria where the corrupt are elevated to positions of power, while the ones that are upright are given no chance. Only in Nigeria do we have billions of naira budgeted for health, and yet our leaders do not trust the health sector to look after them, and anytime they have any little pain, they fly abroad for medical checkup and medical treatment. Only in Nigeria do voters sell their future. They don't mind receiving 5,000 naira to sell their vote for politicians to come in and disenfranchise them and impoverish them for the next 4 years. Only in Nigeria do we see that. Only in Nigeria do we see election results sold to the highest bidder. The one that bribes INEC officials with the most amount of money will be the one that will be declared winner of that particular election. Only in Nigeria do we see judges who receive bribes from politicians to deliver unjust judgments to uphold elections that were clearly rigged by politicians. Only in Nigeria do we see the so-called lawmakers line up on airport tarmac just to see the departure of their president for holiday abroad using national treasury. They go for working holiday abroad, go for medical checkup abroad, go for shopping abroad. Only Nigerians will continue to smile while politicians put them into deep economic hardship. Only Nigerians will complain on social media and newspaper stands and never stand up to confront government on bad governance. Only Nigerians are foolish enough to believe that a leopard skin will change the moment you have the leopard among a sheepfold. That you can bring a lion to come and preside over the welfare of the sheep, and the lion will look after the sheep. Only in Nigeria do you see that. Only Nigerians keep voting in the same people that are responsible for their suffering, and they are hoping that one day, by some miracle from heaven, things will change for them. Only in Nigeria do you find bandits and terrorists having more sophisticated weapons than the national army. Only in Nigeria do you find one politician having more security details attached to him than the security that is sent to an entire local government. Only in Nigeria. Only Nigerians don't mind having somebody that has been convicted of drug trafficking rule them as president.
Yep.
And they still don't mind it.
Yep.
Only Nigerians keep doing the same thing, but they are praying and expecting a different result. Only Nigerians would rather have a thief and a robber rule over them than to have someone that is upright govern them. Only Nigerians will appoint someone who has been known for corruption, for looting and embezzling. They would rather prefer such a person to be their accountant or treasurer than to have someone that is upright and trustworthy manage their resources. Nigeria is where the dead govern the living, where the wicked rule over the righteous, where the government spends billions to upgrade the presidential villa clinic, but only trust foreign hospitals to check their blood pressure. Nigeria is where the politicians will say, let the poor breathe. And while they are saying, let the poor breathe, they are switching off the oxygen tanks.
Bam.
Nigeria is where doctors perform major operations using kerosene lanterns and candles.
Yep.
Nigeria is where the government is prepared to pay billions in offering ransom to bandits instead of fixing the security situation in the country. Nigeria is where there is a lot of talk with no action.
Bam.
Nigeria is where people are afraid to die, and yet they are dying daily.
Bam.
Nigeria is where preachers in the mosques and the churches attack and criticize politicians, but are afraid to confront them at their palaces the way Moses did to Pharaoh. Nigeria is where fools and lunatics have taken over the teaching of science, technology, and wisdom. Nigeria is where terrorists and bandits know the forests and the bush terrains more than the senators know which seat a senator should be speaking from. Nigeria is where one senator earns about 14 million monthly, while a medical doctor earns less than 300,000 per month.
And work them to death.
With so many godly people, there are more prayer meetings in Nigeria than anywhere else. There are more Muslim fanatics in Nigeria than anywhere else on earth. And yet, what do we see in Nigeria daily is decadence.
Yep.
Is corruption.
Yep.
Is insecurity.
Yep.
Is poverty.
Yep.
Is disease.
Yep.
Name it. Nigeria shouldn't be suffering what she's suffering right now. The reason is because of bad, evil, wicked leadership. And it is being enabled, is being empowered, is being allowed, not by the politicians, but by the citizens that are quiet, that are passive, that have become numb to suffering, that have come to accept suffering as a second nature. All they talk and talk and talk, but do nothing. They are afraid to rise up and demand change from their government. They watch these politicians steal election They use INEC officials, bribe them, and make them to twist election results. All this is being done by Nigerians. Nigerians are the ones that have allowed politicians to do what they are doing to you. You are responsible for your suffering. Don't blame anybody. You are the one to blame. You have to take this nation back. If you continue to do what you've been doing, don't ever think that you will be delivered or you will be healed from the Nigerian disease, the disease of corruption, insecurity, evil, wickedness. See, where is Tinubu now? Is he not abroad again? Come and see those so-called lawmakers, those politicians that were lining up and waving at him, stealing money, embezzled money, and they are busy collecting more loan. And what are they trying to do? Remember, Tinubu taxed Lagos. Up till now, Lagosians are suffering under his taxation. Everything of Tinubu is revenue. For who? So they can loot some more, they can steal some more. And you are there saying, we will see change. Do you know a lot of people are just relaxed and saying a miracle will happen in 2027? If somebody knew how to buy his way when he was not incumbent, when he was still outside, how much more now that he's sitting as the current president?
Louder!
He has not already made a plan of how he's going to buy off everyone. See what they are doing with the governors. See what they are doing with what they have just done with the by-election. Everything now, there is a ganging up against you Nigerians. And you are there hoping and praying and wishing that a miracle will happen. Which is your God dead? All these years he hasn't had your prayer. You have prayed in the churches. You have prayed in the mosque. And your God can't hear you. I don't know which type of God you serve. That's why I have been saying, and many other people like me have been calling, only Nigerians can change themselves. We need immediate electoral reform. And the sign that they are going to read, if they refuse, if the Senate refuses to sign this thing to law, to raise this matter and discuss it, Nigerians go out in mass, go to the House of Rep, go to the Senate, and call on all the senators. They are there to represent us, not their own interest, not Tinubu. There must be electoral reform where election results must be transmitted right from where people vote and not take it to a coalition center. For who? We need to watch the result real time. After they spent billions on the transmission of results, then they turned off the iron, and then they came and said, oh, there was a glitch. It's a lie. That same day, the one for House of Rep, the Senate, was being transmitted. When it came to presidential, they switched it off so that they can go and write the stolen result. Nigerians, you are thinking a miracle will happen in 2027. You are daydreaming.
Bam!
They have reached 2027. And the only one to reverse it is not INEC, because INEC is part of the mess. The judiciary, part of the mess. They are all been bought and paid for up to 2027 and beyond. So don't think, oh, it will just happen if with obedience go and do 1 million march. Do they care? No matter what the votes. Peter Obi was the winner, but didn't they make him number 3? And even Atiku, they just put him there. After the election, do you see Atiku? He disappears and then only comes back. Do you see Atiku saying much? Now he's just trying to work with the so-called APC coalition because he's a perpetual loser, and then he comes to disrupt the whole game, then he disappears. But Nigerians, don't think it's just normal election that will bring this freedom. You need to stand, not only vote, stand to defend your vote, and any result that is taken beyond the polling station where you voted, and they are saying they want to go and cross-check the result. Meanwhile, we all saw it real time. It should be rejected. And if you sit down there and say, we will go to court, waste of time. We told Peter Obi, this idea of trusting the judiciary, you're wasting your time. It's not the year 2008
Exactly.
when you were governor. Things have changed. People are corrupt. They are heartless now. So Nigerians, get up and fight for yourself. Don't wait for any politician. It's a gang up against you. They don't really care what happens to you. Tinubu, any little thing, where does he go? Abroad. You, when you suffer, you are sick, where do you go? Central Hospital or any local quack hospital, and before you realize it, you are dead. You don't even know whether tomorrow you wake up and the kidnappers have kidnapped, and the little money you have to pay ransom. People can't even go to the farms because the terrorists have taken over. Fulani headsmen everywhere. They destroy and kill people. Villages are cleared. And everything is in a mess. And somebody is still telling me that there's no disease. Tinubu is going to nations abroad and lying to them that the economy has changed, taking us to next level, not top, but down level, suffering, pain. Akpabio and his group of gangs and robbers, they are there. They don't care about you. You are responsible for your future and the future of your children's children. Well, I don't want to make this broadcast too long. I want to say thank you for watching. Please do me a favor. Go ahead and share this broadcast with as many people as you can. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. If you're watching this on my Facebook, please.
Una don hear oh. It is up to Nigerians to deliver themselves. Now Nigerians go deliver themselves. Nobody else is going to do it. I have one more video I want to play. Okay.
All the mechanics want to come. Wahala they control. Hello, you're welcome to this class. Yesterday, we did a video on Sujimoto. How ESC Alex say he was involved in money laundering and diversion of funds. Later, now he gon' come out, come cry. Say he no be thief. You go see everything for this class. Later, Enugu state government come release their own press statement. They accuse them of fraud. For this class, we are going to analyze everything. This channel is for knowledge. I am not a skip maker. So don't say, it's too long. If you say the video too long, press the playback speed. The playback speed, then you increase the speed of this video. So that you will hear very important. For this class, we break down everything. What really happened? The anger of Enugu state government. It's all accusation on Enugu state government. We look at everything. Reshuffle and move on. Look at left and right. I also analyze ESCC statement. Hope you are ready. Let's get started. Just as I said, we are going to look at the pain of Enugu state government. We are going to look at Sugimoto's reaction. We are going to look at where Enugu state government went wrong. They really went wrong. You will see. ESCC choice of words. We'll see why they use the word money laundering, diversion of fund. We will also check whether the guy was lured into this project as he alleged. Okay? Who is to blame? We'll check the person to blame in this lecture. We are also going to look at the Maradona tactics Sugimoto played on Enugu state government because the movement was so tactical and trickish. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make you subscribe. Don't forget to press the notification bell. Whenever I drop a video like this, we will send it to you. Let's continue. Remember, now Enugu state government carry contract give Sujimoto. They are let's say the guy called a mess up. Now in the report to ESCC. Say, this guy is killing us. This guy now weapon passion against us. Now ESCC carry the matter for head, God declare unwanted. And before ESCC could declare wanted, I'm sure they must have invited him several times. He no respond. Let's listen to his reaction.
I'm not a thief and I'm not a fugitive. This is a contract between my company and the Enugu state government. Enugu state government asked me to help them build a couple of things, a couple of projects, which were very interesting. I was going to the state every week. In the middle of the project, they said, okay, the government said he wanted to build a city and he wanted to build a tallest building in Nigeria, 69-story building. I designed and gave it to him. He said, okay, keep that side. He said, while you're waiting for this, please help me do these schools. Now we have money, but we don't have people that can do it. I've never done this type of school before, but I knew it was cement and concrete and machinery and it was arrangement. So I said, okay, let me give it a try. I told the government, I said, this project is impossible because of the pricing, the cost of it is too low to build. The government said, don't worry, just help me do these schools. And later you won't make money from the schools, but you make money from the other projects, which I was very happy with. Right there, I mobilized 42 engineers to the states. I took the house in the state. I loved the state. I went to the states and I was there doing the job. I was traveling from Asia to different governments. I had an accident that my back got broken, but I didn't tell anybody. Now the contract was frustrated. When we took the contract, at every point, I knew that it was difficult to do it because of the pricing. Now, when we took the contract, cement was 7,000. By the time we left, cement was 10,000. I faced a lot of people. Sometimes when in the villages, my stars are being shot out. Sometimes we will have some people come, they bring guns and shoot at them. I was still there. But at the end of the day, I was there. Things went sour between myself and the government. And I was still there. If I had money, I was punching the project, but I had other projects. I had stress on the other project that I wanted to do. They took me to court. And I said, okay, let's look at the entire project. How much have we spent? Till the last day, I was in the project. I was there till the last day. They asked me how much have we spent in the project. And I prepared it. They took us to court. And we told the company, want to fight with the government. Let's agree. How much do we owe you? And there was an agreement with them. And now they declared me wanted. They destroyed my company. I'm thinking. But I'm going to go there. I'm going to the FCC office. I'm going to declare my name. In the last 2-3 years, prices have just gone crazy. If I'm doing my project, it's delayed, 5 years delayed. Something I could have done with 2 years. Price of this changed. The economy went so me.
You don't hear us, so we will continue. We will analyze everything. We will break them down one after the other. Okay? He said he is not a thief, not a fugitive. Say they run away. Why they can't declare unwanted? Describe it as a contract gone bad, not fraud. As you heard, he admitted he had never built schools before. You never built school before? Why God accept this contract? He said he first thought the project was impossible. Why Enugu state government can't give contract to person where he say, oh, he think the project is impossible.
Exactly.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
But he claimed he was encouraged because waiting in the business. You know, just to miss cement and sand. Before you know it, the smart school will just come out. Smart school will come out from cement and sand, missy. Oh my God. He said that this one I encourage him, say, I go do other contractors know there when you get experience of building smart schools. Why the person where encourage himself say that I'm missing cement and sand? Like encourage them to accept the contract. You get the point now. Now he said they load him with a 36-story building. Now he big and call the state, drew everything, presented everything. In mind they focus on that contract. All of a sudden they say, who could do this smart school? So indirectly alleging for me, this was a bait. My area of expertise did this. Say Asabi skyscrapers. People know me. Say skyscrapers. Now in my area of expertise. That's how they invited me. All of a sudden they push me to where I believe say I just don't miss cement and sand. But anybody that could build a 36-story building, what do you call the normal bungalow or 2-story, 1-story building of a smart school? You get the point now. Because I believe the government say, if this guy can build this type of I love this young man, need to give him this contract. Just they calculate for my mind. We never start analysis, so just they run through, okay? You go see something. Just calm down. He said, now you make her accept the contract. They tell her, say, this one will give you money. Do it cheaply. Now, here, we go to reward you. We go analyze them. Blame inflation. Yeah, everything scatter. Everything scatter. Inflation for the country. People cannot be only me. The economy went down. Even manufacturing companies, not close up. So don't go Ghana. Building material increase. Cement increase. Down to 10,000 naira. Blame insecurity at the school sites. Mentioned his back injury slowed him down. A multi-billion company, do you need to micromanage it? I don't understand. Must you be there? If Dangote buy today, may you live long, the company will continue. Access Bank, no close operation. I mean, where you gonna buy? So I don't understand this back paying excuse. Let's continue. Accuse Enugu of rushing to court instead of dialogue. So they carry him to court. Say, I don't want court matter. Say Enugu should have supported him instead of abandoning him. We'll see what it happens. Don't worry. All the Okada rider wanna come home. All the mechanic wanna come home. While they control. So you want to the arrest, they're supposed to support him. But we'll see why Enugu State no be gonna be wrong. Fairly humiliated by the EFCC, wanted notice. Wanted it, they can't run away, but they invite you. Not talk that one. Not to say they don't invite you. Because I'm not sure say EFCC don't say you are wanted. Put up for everywhere. Whereas they don't invite you. I don't understand. Remember this thing that is last year, 2024. Yeah, precisely. And they give her this contract. Let's continue. Claimed he is still committed to finishing the schools. Is it possible again? We'll see why this is not possible. Because they say they don't carry the contract. Give other contractors. Another question mark. Those contractors, when they give her this contract, was there open bidding? I think I just they can build skyscraper, which is error on the government side. We'll check everything already. Vow to report to EFCC and clear his name. We don't say so, Abi. Make we enter Enugu state side of the story. The Enugu government accused Sujimoto CEO of the fraud state of 5.7 billion over smart schools project. Naira Matrix. They talk for that report and many other reports. I read many. I want to summarize. Sujimoto defrauded Enugu state of 5.7 billion naira.
Wow.
The abandoned site. They say he abandoned most of the sites. They don't see allegedly. They say if you see what they do, it be like one choku. They're just missing of sand and cement. Some schools were not even started.
Wow.
I know they don't talk and they talk. He used Chase Bank bond as collateral or as guarantee, as cover. Because for this contract, you need a bond. In case you misbehave, you go hold the bank where it guarantee you responsible. Just like now. Therefore, go straight to this bank. Go collect the money. That is in a good state. You know, get business with. But
Oh my God.
Responsible. You will see us soon. Collected payment through Zenny Bank, making the bond useless. I will see, analyze, I will take up for you. Now, here, now be the impensation. Now, here, the fraud day.
That James Bank, when they say not be better.
A joint inspection by the Ministry of Works and EFCC found little to no work done. Okay, so they don't tell Minister of Works, say EFCC, make una come, what are they? They say, what happened? God see this boy, we know they see him again. Then they go investigate, waka, inspect all the sites. They say found little to no work done with some sites not even excavated. His excuses of inflation or injury are not valid. Enugu state government they talk so because don't look at Suji's side of the story. Now Enugu side of the story, it is okay. Government called it premeditated
fraud. Wow.
You planned it, you arrange it. I will tell you why they use this statement. When you look at the bond, we just saw it. I will also explain this is where the fraud is. They say the guy arranged them ahead. His public crying was crocodile tears just to
wow.
sympathy from a class of people. Don't need to come like Enugu state government.
Don't
blame the leader, blame the newsmaker. Okay. Sites have been reassigned to new contractors. See, I aesthetic it. All these contractors, where they do where they did that, we will see everything. States will recover every cover of the amount where they pay 5.7 billion naira. They don't try me. Okay, look at the work.
Oh my God.
I don't even understand. Look at schools. This one, build it. local builder no go fit do the stamp of this man. Again, why you no just out of 22, start with 2. Bring all the engineers. Now go use 2 as sample. Once they accept them, use the knowledge from here. The failure, they arrange it the other one. Doing everything at the same time. I think now wahala. For show pictures, I finished 2 now. Look at it. When we finish this 2, then prices of this come. Nice one. I mean, see now, see the work. What do you say? 5.7 billion. You go see. The BT say that government, how that government will say if you mess up their work. So many abandoned federal state projects all across the country. Let's say, well, use one practice. You know, say that government. Nah, we thought it was.
Hi, Michael. Now, wow. People get mind though, and he come out they cry.
Yes, when they reported this matter to EFCC, after so many, I don't want to go into that one. They call use 2 lines: diversion of fund and money laundering. Look at diversion of fund. Okay, we go see analyze its reaction. Okay, also Enugu State government accusation. Before that, we go first of all break down this diversion of fund because it's linked to the accusation of Enugu State government. That place we saw, but example of diversion of funds as alleged by the EFCC. We don't know whether now only this case, so now EFCC they charge them for all their other cases. No fit talk. For this case, we will see where this one is coming from. Okay? Contract terms. Enugu State versus Suji Moto. We'll start with this one. Okay? By the way, waiting the contract before anything. Okay? They awarded this contract 2nd of July 2024. Contractor Suji Moto Luxury Construction Limited. Project scope 22 smart green schools. Now they say make it build. Contract value. The total value of this contract now 11.457 billion naira.
Wow.
Completion period. Now 6 months. They agree say this contract will elapse. No more than. Okay? And he agreed. Advance payment. Now they go knock out 5.76 billion. 50% of the amount. Performance bonds. Now Chase Bank and they issue a guarantee with the bond say if it fail, they put them responsible. But when they want to make the payment, Suji Moto, no break is Chase Bank's account, but he brought Zenith Bank account. Bank will no guarantee. It's like a young man where they date one girl for ages. I love you, I go marry, The day of marriage, the girl say, now another guy they marry. He abandoned Chase Bank when they say they are bond. Then the hand of Enugu State government, I'll give them Zenith Bank account. One analyze everything, don't worry. Quality expectation, standard drawings, qualified engineers, proper materials, etc. Timelines, they send me the schools when they're ready before September 2025 resumption. Don't be September of so see where the pay they come from. Something where I want them brag, they make my people happy. I only there 4 years old, 2 years ago. This Suji, he wants to utilize my government. That's why this month matter. They come career like caucus for their head. Say this boy. Okay, sources. You go say they carry fake news. I'm going to put parameters. Go check all of them. Now, look, understand performance bond. I promise to explain this. Because we say analyze others. What is the performance bond? A bond is a guarantee. A guarantee. In contract of pays. What do you want?
Bank pays. Yeah.
So Ojimoto showed a dense bank bond to win the contract, the trust, the collector. But he collected money via Zenith Bank, not J's. Because money skipped J's bank, the bond became useless.
Oh.
J's bank so now guarantee this evidence. The money was not to us. Government can demand refund from J's. So the government of Enugu, they don't think go J's bank when you give out bond to collect money. They don't think go Zenith because they transfer the money to Zenith because Zenith, they have license of collecting money on behalf of their customers. Nobody then give the guy bond.
Wow.
Who gave them bond? They abandoned them. Go meet the one who don't give them bond. That is Suji Moto. Calm down, don't think in your mind. Say, okay, why they come transfer the money? Why Zenith? Not Chase. Normal rules. Pay through Chase. Because at their bond, you get reality. Pay it to Zenith. Contractor's account. Another office account. Problems. Chase is not in control. Card reliable. Bond reduced to empty paper. Calm down. Possible reasons. Why they say happen? Negligence. Officials didn't check. There is collusion. Maybe something off at the hand. I know we are analyzing. Not accusing anybody. Maybe we have look the other way around. Shortcut. Zenith account. They thought say naive day Minister of War. The guy, the account where they Minister of War. Let's say they do something with. I don't know. That's Zenith Bank. They don't get this J's Bank account. So when they go pay, whether not audio, they don't do diligence. So they, okay, we get this account. Okay, Zenith. No. Shortcut. So that's why it's good to do everything through systems.
Wow.
Put requirements of payment. If they won't pay like this, system will flag and say, see, without call, remind the officials. Hey, you are making mistake. Okay, make your J's Bank account. You don't know what happened. See also. Who is to play? Suji Moto. He engineered the bond. Now he bring Zenith. You know people say you don't know what he did for them. Or whether they don't call out.
Exactly.
Main architect of the trick, state officials accepted J's bond, still pay to Zenith, showed negligence, possible collusion. Very important. They be negligence. For them to pay to Zenith, they don't tell me say they don't know the implication. And somebody need to be sacked. Final verdict. Suji Moto, now he set the trap, knowingly and unknowingly. The state all walk into the trap, both guilty. But now Suji Moto, now he carry the main blame for this. Where the diversion of funds first start from this. That batted it to another bank. From that bank, because you have to pay all those people where report that to Scott Inguma. Suji Moto, see, I guess my boy, look at it. Start from that take.
Suji Moto. To the general public, I can now confirm that Suji Moto has paid his debt. Now, he has not paid all of it, but he has paid a very good part of it. Suji Moto has paid the 75-year-old man the sum of 405 million naira, which was owed to him. Suji Moto has also paid the Mr. Bright the sum of 30 million naira. He has also paid about 2 investors the sum of 10 million naira each, which they invested. With him, he has also paid February salary to his staff, because most of
others. Money laundering as alleged by EFCC. Maybe this or not only this. It may be this, maybe other cases they oh no. Money laundering to wash something, to wash out. Something where dirty, to wash out. Mainly, this money came from here. You know what I mean? From nowhere the money comes from. Huh? Maybe the money came from kiss. No, they like kiss. You can't carry and go put for inside water when you wash the kiss come on. Call use contract. Replace the kiss. You get it right now? Or it came from powder. I'm explaining money laundering. You know what I mean? They know EFCC or other agents. Look at you so put in the powder, compute school fees.
Michael, wow.
Hide out from his actual source so that they don't be tracker, they don't be tracer. That's the second leg of the accusation. Diversion laundry. After Navati, the money was moved into channels. I'm explaining money laundry. EFCC did not restrict the wanted notice to Enugu only. So now they really know why they brought in that line of money laundering. They could not say something with this Enugu matter or other matter. Okay, now let's look at Sujimoto's own admission. He said the smart school project was impossible. I mean, now he does say the smart school project.
Yeah, use the mouth talk him.
Now the missing of cement and sand. We analyze his statements now. This means he knew his limits from the beginning. Question:
wow.
The government choose
someone who openly says he has never done it before.
But if they talk, this question is valid. Why don't they give a contract?
I'm telling you, Michael.
Only encourage them and they dismiss because they get to the miss cement and okay.
Oh my God.
Because this is not personal business.
Yeah.
A lot of taxpayers' money. So if a government now open bidding, was the project advertised openly? I'm not sure because if what this guy talk, now true, allegedly, now that 36-story building, right? They say they can't build. Because okay, we'll give you this one. That means it was not advertised.
Hey, Enugu State for my hand.
Even this contractor, so they say they don't give the contract, so now they bid. The Sujimoto went through competition or he was at picked. He had picked. Why in? When he admitted no
prior experience.
He said he was called for high-rise project, but was later pushed to school construction. Okay? Was there a big evaluation report? Was there any evaluation report? No, see me. I be PNPO. Okay? That's why I answer this question. Project management professional. I am satisfied. Not the top from.
You dey show. Done. You dey show.
Evaluation report. What were the pre-qualification criteria? What they can give us this? The experience, staff, equipment, or my brand name, Sujimoto, when they build big high-rise buildings for Banana Island, anything we can come in. You're expecting this. Doesn't mean you're expecting the other one. No, now, let me see this one from another angle. Agriculture project similarity. I saw this when I was making research about this. Let's see. You see this? Mathematics. Sujimoto said to partner Enugu State government to tackle food insecurity with 30,000 hectares of rice farm. Now, if this Sujimoto said to partner Enugu State government to tackle food insecurity with 30,000 hectares of rice farm. This governor get good intentions to turn that state to Dubai. Just imagine. You get 3 types of this governor for that state.
But why can't use this guy? God damn.
Smart school. See, but here's a question mark here. We'll dig. What will people analyze this rice project? Project size 30,000 hectares of rice farm. Design. Farm estimate with rice mill. They say, what did I want to turn that place to? Now farm estate. Estate, what they say? Now farm they do for that estate. You go get rice mill, housing, hospitals, hotels, markets. Jobs, over 10,000 jobs promised. Over 10,000 jobs promised. Youth and women targeted. Bishop, make Enugu a hub for agro-tourism and agriculture. Big project where the governor drew. Governor's role, Dr. Peter Umba gave full backing, said nothing will stop it. National ambition, part of Sujimoto's plan for 1 million hectares of rice farms across Nigeria. Okay? See, so they get big vision to turn Enugu State to agricultural hub. But my question is Sujimoto an agri expert?
Exactly.
Why him? You have a very good vision.
Why Sujimoto's?
You can't choose somebody where you just not say he don't get experience.
Exactly.
Agricultural project like this, so massive. I'm not saying Sujimoto no sabi. I'm just asking Sujimoto, expert for agri of this scale, has he ever completed a large farm project like this before? Or is it another big promise without past proof? Say I will do one without proof? Or there is another criteria we don't know. Wait till they make the governor they select this man for this big project. Or till we know that one, I will make us understand what they go for the smart school as per the bidding process. I don't know. I just ask. I like to building. Now you talk about indirectly. Now bet we are going back to his talk now. He admitted in his reaction that his smart school contract not that profitable. Abi, he said the real profit go come from the later project. That is the 36-story tallest building in Nigeria. Promise as a follow-up to deliver this, we'll give you that one. In other words, he saw the school as a stepping stone to a bigger, juicy project. Why this is a problem? Contracts must stand on his, let me say that one alone, must stand alone. Each project should have a clear pricing, profit, and deliverables. Linking one project, now you allege, I'm not sure say this one I'm sure, now you allege you. Linking one project, schools to another project, 36-story tower is unprofessional and great bias. This look like Yori tactics. Do the school cheaply. Don't worry. I'm going to reward you with skyscraper. Hey! Now they accuse the state government. They all talk, no collaborate this accusation. For this written, I don't know. Question that I That's the case. Was the smart school project underquoted because it was chasing the tour? The Enugu officials used the skyscraper promise as a signal to Sujimoto. They put sweet, say, see that one, do this one cheap. Was this a Baba bet? Now, Baba paid this, or was it written in any agreement? The right hand say, I'm not sure. If it was Baba, then it is worse. It shows poor governance. Me, I don't believe it. So they say, I say, and not transparent contracting. You know, because a company of his case, so you want to know if say he was begging over. So there's question mark in that he claimed. Maybe want make people beating and say, you fall victim of the government. But less and true, I don't know. Drop your comment. What do you think? Oh yes,
exactly, Michael. You just hit the nail.
Government, if they truly dangle the skyscraper as bet they fail in procurement integrity. You don't say so. Look at the governor's mindset. I just like this governor. I don't know why I like her. This governor won the best smart school agricultural project. See what they do. They see world class delivery. I believe now because of that brand. When Sujimoto brand is said, they attract to the governor. I say the governor won the best for the state. Sujimoto's brand. I believe as I said, Son Suji's luxury skyscraper brand.
But they not dig to find out who it be.
Now France, they train them. Now war, Sheikh, fire never share where they France. Now they train them. They will give my inheritance when they start business. Very important. So the man has good intention, both for the state and calling Sujimoto to do this. Now my thought is this way. Target and speed. This governor for me is a governor of urgency. Within 2 years, if all the governors do like this, no wahala now. Now only in Nigeria, they say their allocation is going to increase. When they do their allocation, isn't they generate money internally? Levies, see government. Time pressure. This time is not on the side. The government pushing aggressively to meet goals. Don't get us say they give you contracts for 1 year, come go to 10 years. Don't get time 8 years. You want finish this 4 years fast. You want to again. Maybe you know say do something for the state. You got the point now. Hey, sabotage. See anyone slowing projects as enemy of progress. So I say transparency in action. If this man, the governor, get bad attention, if I not report to ESC, so people they say for comment say this man, for that money laundering people say whether the man no. If this man get bad attention, you want to do bad thing with so you want to report to ESC.
Exactly.
Role model, other governors will emulate him as their role model. But this 2025, the next thing we see. Look at the lawyers conference. I call them. They say no go if you go there. Now London in Nigeria now. Not what you want to tell me. To Sujimoto, see, Oga say I like you. See. We like you, we don't hate you. But we must analyze and we must analyze. Say, ESCC go only declare person wanted there if the person refused to honor invitations. For your reaction, you don't talk, they don't invite you. So if you believe say ESCC, they made error in this declaring wanted, you should demand a public retraction. Say, they retract that statement. They will do it. Because last time ESCC thought say they don't identify the owner of Seabest. They will call on analysis on that statement and many people. Later, a few days or 2 weeks thereabout, they come retract that statement. They made error in identifying that person. Say that was the wrong person. When we saw that retraction, it's like me. I went back to those videos. I deleted them. I'm so supposed to be so you want to tell them say make them retract them. As I said, I deleted those posts. So tell them, of course. So it should go and claim say tell ESCC, and if innocent push for an official ESCC retraction, not a secret one. We'll see run analysis with that one. That one you go show people. Go show people the ESCC retraction. We'll see show people other analysis. Say still it was done in error. You know the wahala. However, what about this Ogaso? He said another person did think 1.2 million USD for how many years? Allegedly say he did. So after you clear this, I beg, still go clear this one. What do you think? Drop a comment, don't forget to share and subscribe to this channel.
Wow. Did you hear that, guys? This is wild. So now like this, they create billionaires. At the time, I say na government sugar babies they be. When I talk, and some people go to say, "Oh, I just the government." These people work without enterprise. Most of them walking around. This is how they make their money. Imagine you give, and again, I think that to be honest, Enugu state not try, Enugu government not try. You they give person that kind of contract. You suppose do due diligence. No matter how sweet the person's tongue is, because not be the tongue you go tell, even if you say they dash am money, you need to validate that story. You need to find out how many banks. You need to provide all in details to you. Now, not do that one. Due diligence is very important. I think that I fault Enugu state government for that. They did not do that due diligence, especially with the way Nigeria is. They ought to have known better. And again, does Enugu state governor want to tell me that he doesn't have people within his state? Because really, so that he can benefit those in his state, he wants to say that he doesn't have people within the states that are capable of doing those types of things. Why did he not split up the contract? Right? Like allocate 10 to one, give 10 to another one, make you see their work so that you can compare. Why did he not do that? So I fault Enugu government on that. Their due diligence, they're not taken seriously. They're not taken seriously at all. You to say they're taken seriously, this kind of thing, they would have caught the error. Remember, Jai's Bank is a new bank. They just nominated one influencer as their face, where everybody come dey drag them. Turns out that Jai's Bank is owned by the man whose son, right, wanted to what's it called, he he wanted to do like they did in 9/11, right? Na the pikin be wan do when they catch, when they go lock the guy up. Na that man na him get the bank. So there's a lot of twists and turns with that Jai's Bank. And again, he just provide details of the bank. You just carry, just put them like that. No due diligence to even check, is the bank even active? Jai's Bank is relatively new. I don't think that people don't really know Jai's Bank. You just carry, and then the man now carry that money and put it in Zenith Bank. That's a mess. That's a huge mess. I'm sorry. Enugu government, they fuck up for that side big time, because they could have cut this. They could have cut it. That would have immediately told them, red flag, not to give him the contract. Now he's come online, he's crying. And they're right. I agree with them when they said he came out to do a video, crocodile tears, to appease to a certain group of people. Wallahi, that's what is happening. Because if you go under the comment section of where that man is crying, you see a lot of his people sympathizing with him, ignoring the facts. I hope they learn from this. I hope he gets that money. 5.7 billion not be easy money. That could have been money that would have gone to a citizen of Enugu state that could have at least helped them put money in their own pockets. How can you not find somebody within your community to give that contractor? Even if you want to give it to another contractor, we go say, okay, I will give it to you and I'll give it to a local contractor. That's how you make money for your citizens. What a shame, what a disgrace. That's why Obi described this method of paying contractors. How Peter Obi described it makes sense, yeah. Quota system billionaires like Dangote or Tedola, they create opportunities for people to have underpaying. Exactly. People like T-Pain, Adenuga, they are just, it's a shame. Oh. He said he ensures all contractors are paid within 30 days of completing a project, because he makes the contractors get loans to complete the project. Get loans from reputable banks, not Jai's Bank. What's Jai's Bank? And you make sure that they do not transfer that money from that bank until the completion of the project. That's what you do. Because clearly from this guy's attitude now, looking at it on both ends, it was clear that the guy had an agenda. You collect the money and you quickly siphoned it and took it to Zenith Bank, because you know. Can you imagine the wickedness? And I blame the Enugu state governor for not looking for a local person, local citizen, to award the contract to. Split it up 4 ways if you need to, so you can compare their work. It's just a shame. I hope they get their money back, because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And I see that, yes, the man wants to do well for his state, but he needs to apply due diligence. And you need to consider your own citizens first. Don't you want to help your citizens become something? Give them the opportunity. Test them with it. This is how you enable, I beg. Anyway, my people, now here I go leave am. We don't do today come on for ground. I did this is just make up a live video, because I couldn't come out yesterday. So I'm going to leave you guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Michael, I thank you. Kene, go and finish cleaning and cook for Alakija. Tracy, all of you that were able to join, I appreciate. I go see you now on my next one. Now enjoy on our weekend. Bye for now.